Government drama llama ding dong, trying to share a little bit of joy. Sort of, kind of. There's always multiple ways to push back against certain ideologies, like using media, art, literature, film, those sorts of things. At the end of the day, thoughts are free. Your emotions, how you feel, all of those things are your own and they cannot be taken away from you, even though they may try. For those still here, there are a few films that I'd like to suggest. Some are more fun to watch, some are a little more on the heavier side. Let's start with a classic film like Ninotchka. In the film, Ninotchka is a government ambassador from Soviet Russia at that time, and she is currently going to France, and they're getting information of sorts. For those interested in love stories, this would be an option. One of the scenes at the end is they are all back in Soviet Russia, and they all are trying to meet, and they all bring their one egg, which is their ration. Actually, I can't remember if it was their ration or if it was the eggs were so expensive. It doesn't matter. Anyway, good movie to watch. The next one I would suggest is Soft and Quiet. This one is a little on the heavier side, but I had seen a couple suggestions from other people on this app. When you first watch this movie, sit down and take notes of all the things that kind of make you uncomfortable in the first 20 minutes. Then, when they bring out the pie for the meeting, stop the film and start over looking back at your notes. I think this is a good example of showing how mob mentality can take over. A lot of people are familiar with Squid Games, but I'd like to offer another one out there that most people may have missed, which is The 8 Show. It is a bit of a slow burn, but I would argue that it's more brutal than Squid Games and actually dives deeper into the psyche of the different characters. A more upbeat one that I think would really apply at this point is the movie Triple R. In this movie, it mostly centers around two men, one who sort of works inside the system to bring it down, while the other works at bringing in the community together to fight back. If you want a show that's a little more serious and actually has US involvement in it, where it kind of got a little messy, IC-814. I actually vaguely remember this being on the TV when I was younger. And to clarify, I remember seeing it on TV when it was a current event, not this actual show. So I'll wrap this all up with Most Film here at the end. In the last few years, they've been uploading pretty much all of their movies online, and most of them have subtitles in English and I think a few other languages, but I'm not sure what they are. Most of these were made during the Soviet era, so they couldn't really speak about certain things in explicit terms, and they had to kind of work around that. A good one to start with would be Heart of a Dog, which is how I've usually seen it translated. And basically what happens is a doctor takes the heart from a person and switches it with a dog, hence Heart of a Dog. I know offhand that kind of sounds like a Frankenstein movie, but it really isn't, and it is interesting to see how the human changes over time and then how the dog changes over time. Another good one would be Office Romance, which showcases some of the issues with work around that time. One of the things that I personally love about the movie is that it shows how ingenious the women are with the makeup that they have at their disposal. And of course, if you're making your way through those movies, another really good one is Moscow Doesn't Believe in Tears. I will point out there are some things that have not aged well, partly because it was Russia and it was in the 60s and 70s and stuff like that. Another good one that actually criticizes the military at that time would be Cranes Are Flying. And if you want another one that pokes fun at the bureaucracy and ruling class, I suggest 12 Chairs. It is easy to get caught up in everything going on, myself included, but always remember to try and take a break, take a deep breath, unclench your jaw, unclench your shoulders, and to remember to find joy in the things that cannot be taken away from you.